Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have some updates to share about the billion-dollar lawsuits that were filed, these defamation lawsuits filed by Dominion Voting Systems and also Smartmatic. So Fox News tried to get Dominion's lawsuit dismissed again in a recent filing. But this time they allege that Dominion destroyed or deleted messages by some of their Dominion senior executives. No word yet on how the judge is going to rule on this, but the Law and Crime News outlet said that in Fox's filing, they were very, quote, thin on details regarding their allegations, kind of like their allegations of voter fraud. Anyway, there was also a recent filing made by Dominion's attorneys. And in this filing, they claim to have the goods on Fox host Janine Pirro. Their filing is partially redacted, so we can't see all of the details, but it refers to text messages which were sent by Pirro. And these text messages purportedly expose her role in the big lie. And it has something to do with her interview of attorney Sidney Powell on November 14th. Those are the only details that were made available to the public. Unfortunately, we're not going to find out the rest of it until it goes to trial. What we do know is that they didn't receive these text messages from Fox until, quote, 13 hours before her deposition and several months since first requesting her deposition. So evidently, Fox held on to these text messages until the very last minute. In regard to Dominion's lawsuit against One America News Network, a judge just refused to dismiss that case as well. OAN tried to argue that the federal case against them is unnecessary and that it could be combined with the defamation case that they're facing in the state of Colorado. And that was brought by a former Dominion executive named Eric Coomer. So U.S. District Judge Carl Nichols looked at the argument. He rejected that argument because he said that Coomer no longer works for Dominion. Plus, Dominion isn't involved in Coomer's defamation case at all. And then in addition, Coomer's case names 14 different defendants, whereas the federal case against OAN names only OAN and then one of its anchors, which is Chanel Rion. So OAN also tried unsuccessfully to get the case moved to a federal court in Colorado because that's where they're headquartered, and the judge denied. So final update relates to Smartmatic's billion-dollar defamation lawsuit. Earlier this year, a judge agreed to dismiss some of the charges that Smartmatic had levied against Trump attorney Rudy Giuliani. But just this week, Manhattan Supreme Court Justice David Cohen agreed that one of those previously dismissed charges should be reinstated. So this charge that he reinstated alleges that Giuliani defamed Smartmatic by falsely claiming that their, quote, election technology was designed and used to fix, rig, and steal elections. I don't know why that would have been dismissed, but it was. It's now back in play. And Judge Cohen said in his 7-page ruling, quote, such a defamatory statement impugns the basic integrity of SUSA's business. And, quote, an action for defamation, lies, and injury is conclusively presumed. So all of these cases are moving forward, and, you know, it has seemed to curb some of Fox and OAN's worst conspiratorial statements and segments. I mean, they seem to be on their best behavior right now. So I guess that's one good thing. But I think I mentioned, you know, these cases aren't going to go to court until next year. So we've got a little bit of time, but it's heating up. It's getting hot in here. So take off all their money. Anyway, all right. Enough of me. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching and listening. I will let you know when I hear more. Please like, share, subscribe, send a super thanks, become a monthly supporter on Super Chat, whatever you can do. I appreciate it. Take care.